Okay, have a seat. Cross your legs, just place your hands on your knees and just roll through the shoulders a couple of times. So just loosen off around the shoulders, take them back, and then maybe just change the direction, bring them forwards. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Bring the hands into prayer heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, stretch the arms out wide, all the way down and out. Bring the hands back together. Inhale, reach up. So starting to move with the breath. Exhale, take the arms out. Go for 3 more. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And breathe in. And out. And then rest both arms down to the side. Keep the fingers reaching out. Just take your head over to the right. Feel that stretch through the left side of the neck. And try and reach your fingertips a little bit further over. Just a tiny bit. And then bring the head back to center. Notice the difference. And then take your head over to the left. Stretch your fingertips over to the right. You might feel that even go down into the bicep. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more breath. And exhale, come back to the center. Take the hands behind the back, interlace. Reach the fingers away, open the chest. Try and squeeze the shoulder blades together and then slide them down the back. Let the chest lift. Maybe you push your knuckles into the floor behind you and you lift away from the ground, or just keep reaching the knuckles back in space. And then slowly let that go. Just bring the hands in front, interlace, and just shake the wrists around. So just kind of loosen and mobilize through the wrists. And then take your right hand, hold around the left forearm. So if you've got a watch, you just want to go below. And then bring the hand into a fist and bend the fist forward. So you're kind of increasing the stretch through the back of the wrist because you're pulling down through the right hand. And then take that to the other side. So left hand holds around the right forearm, kind of pull the tissue down, make a fist, and then bend forwards at the fist. So you really open out this joint where, obviously, when we do a lot of downward facing dog or we're pressing through our hands, this area gets quite closed off. Okay, and then hands into prayer. And just really try and push the hands down as far as you can whilst keeping the hands together. So now you want to stretch out this underneath side. So how much can you push the hands down before you start to feel the heels pull away from one another? Okay, and then the flip of that, back of the hands together. Try and bring the elbows down. They're not going to feel like they go that far. Trying to open out there through the wrists. Okay, give that a shake. Shake them out. Come over to hands and knees. And from hands and knees, just working through cat-cow. So look forwards, open the chest. Let's sink the breath. Exhale, arch and round. Inhale forwards. Close the eyes and really feel the stretch through the spine. Exhale, round. So the stretch forwards as you inhale. And the stretch through the back as you exhale. So shutting off the vision, so you're not distracted by what's going on around. Just really feel how the body is this morning. And arch. Take one more. Look forwards. Open the chest. Exhale, round. Stay there and rise onto the fingertips. So all 10 fingertips are pushing down into the ground. So you make a dome beneath the hands. And then here, cat-cow again. So now there's more length through the arms. There's more space beneath the chest. Really round. So strengthening the grip through the hands. Inhale. And exhale. Last two. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. And then a neutral position through the spine. Reach your hands to the top of your yoga mat. So stretch them out to the top of your yoga mat. And then we're going to keep the hips where they are. So hips stay above the knees. Think about the cat-cow transition. So look forward, send the tailbone back. Arch and round through the spine. Pull the belly in. Inhale. Look forwards. Let the chest lower. Let the tailbone travel back. Exhale, arch and round. For 3. And arch. For 2. And arch. Last one. And then arch. So stay here, really pushing down into both hands. Pull the waist in. Really push in particular to the right hand. Maybe just stretch the right leg back. So my right toes are tucked. Just lengthening the right leg back. So I'm really just lifting the right knee off the floor. Still pushing into the hands. Lower the right knee down. Shift the weight and tuck the left toes. Straighten the left leg. And then rest the left knee down. Walk the hands back in so they're underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes, take it back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Long stretch down through the heels. Breathe out. Breathe in. Long stretch down the backs of the legs. Breathe out. Lifting the hips nice and high. Nodding the head yes. Shaking your head no. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Lift that right heel high. Bring your right knee into the chest. Step your right foot forwards. Rest the back knee down to the floor. And then inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. So you're opening through that left hip. Really tuck the tailbone under and let the body move forwards. You're really opening, challenge through that left hip. Breathing in and breathing out. Stay there. I'm going to move so I can see you. Take your arms out to the side whilst you're opening through that left hip. Turn the palms face up. Really reach the fingers out as far as you can. Small circles. So small circles through the arms. Don't have to be big at all. But as you're doing that, really stretch the arms out wide. So I want you to almost feel this stretch going through the shoulders to the bicep. Keep moving into that left hip for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go the other way. So slowly coming forwards. Working into that left hip. Go for 10. 9, reach out. I want you to try and touch the side of the room. So really stretch the arms out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back off from the stretch. Reach your front toes a little bit further forwards and pull the right toes back to the face. So that right leg is straight and the toes are pulling back. From here, lift the hands up just a couple of inches and pull them down. Lift up. So it doesn't have to be a huge movement and pull down, but just keep reaching out to the side of the rooms. At the same time, pull the right toes back. Going for 8 and lower. Imagine you're carrying a small weight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach the arms all the way up to the sky, and then hinge at the hips. Take the hands down to the floor, still straightening that right leg. So still pulling the toes back to the face. Still opening through the right hamstring. Breathing in, breathing out 1. Breathing in, breathing out 2. Last breath here. And bend into that front knee. Take the hands forwards. Step back into downward facing dog. Reach your right leg, so same leg up to the sky. Right knee comes in, tap the right tricep, or at least try and take that right knee forwards to the tricep. Inhale, right leg stretches to the sky. Exhale, bring it back into the right tricep. 3 more times for 1. Pull in using the waist for 2. Pull in. Last one. Pull in, hold this one here for 5. Push down into the hands for 4. Pull the waist in, 3, 2, 1. Step to a plank. Rest the knees to the ground. Lower halfway. So bend the elbows and hold halfway down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Draw the shoulders back. Open across the collarbones. Exhale, let the chest go down. Toes tuck. Knees bend. Downward facing dog. Have a pedal through the feet. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Left leg reaches up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Bring the left knee to the chest. Step forwards. Rest your right knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. I've got a hair in the back of my throat. It's so annoying. I can't feel it with my tongue to get it out. Tuck your tailbone under. Really feel that opening through the right hip. Breathe here. Moving into that right thigh. And then take the arms out to the side. So still working on opening in that right hip. Turn the palms face down. And you're going to draw the arms back. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together. Bring them back to the side. Draw them back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And back to the side. Go for 8. And back. 7. Still working into that right hip. 6. Try and keep them high. 5. So small movements to work around the shoulder joint. So not huge, big movements. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms back to the side. Thumbs to face the floor now. Little fingers up to the sky. So my palms are facing the back of the room. I'm going to go down and then lift up and out to the side. Slow. So really slow. Go down, opening through that right hip and bring it back and up. Really slow. 8. Lift up. Pull the belly in. Move it into the right thigh. 5. Reach out. 4. Reach out. So I hope you all washed your hair yesterday and you don't have to do it today because your arms might be sore later. 3, 2, 1. Take your hands to the top of the mat. Straighten your left leg. So pull the left toes back to the face, long line through that left leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in And breathe out. So I want you to feel like you're trying to pull that left thigh back into the body. Really draw in. One more breath. Exhale. Take the hands to the top of the mat. Step your left leg back. Toes tuck, downward facing dog. And then 5 rounds. Left leg up to the sky. Left knee, left tricep. Left leg to the sky. Left knee, left tricep. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, pull to the tricep. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, pull to the tricep. Last one, take it up. And bring it in, hold it here. Imagine I'm going to place my hands between your shoulder blades. Push the back of your shoulders up into my hand. 2, 1, plank position. Rest your knees down. Gaze to the top of the mat. So don't look directly to the floor. Look to the top of the mat so the chest is a little open. Lower halfway. Hold. Drive back up. So push the floor away. Lower halfway. Drive back up. Try for one more. And drive back up. Rest all the way down to the ground. Make a pillow with the hands for the forehead. And just give your hips a gentle shake from side to side. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Sphinx. So bring the hands to the top of the mat, forearms roughly parallel. So parallel or thereabouts. Elbow underneath the shoulders. Just try and tuck the tailbone under a little. So squeeze the glutes. Feet can be about hip width apart. Point the toes back. Push into the forearms to lift the chest. So you're looking forwards. Chest is trying to move forwards. Shoulders are pulling back down. And then from here, tuck both toes under. Pull the belly in and lift into a forearm plank. So pull the belly in, push down into the arms, looking to the mat. Keep breathing. Slowly lower your hips to the floor. Point your toes and lift the chest. So moving between a sphinx and a forearm plank. So in the sphinx, we're going to strengthen through the back. The glutes are squeezing, the shoulders are drawing back. And then when we tuck the toes and we pull the waist in, push down into the forearms and work through the front of the body. Holding for 5. Breathing 4. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower. And lift. Open the chest. We're going once more to a forearm plank. Toes tuck. Hips lift. Waist draws in. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Rest your knees. And just walk your hands back up. Come and take a seat. Hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Open the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Take the hands forwards, toes tuck, downward facing dog. And we'll work through a little flow now, and then we'll come back to some core work. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Lift that right leg high, bend the right knee, open the right hip. So you're pushing into the left foot, lifting the right kneecap, driving down into both hands. Bring the right knee into the chest. Step the right foot forwards, high lunge. Reach the arms up to the sky. Breathe in. And breathe out 1. Breathe in. And breathe out 2. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in and out. Warrior 2. Right arm forwards, left arm back. Arms stretch out wide. Bend as deep as you can into that front thigh. And then here we're going to move between a reverse warrior and a side angle. So we'll take the first one super slow. Take your left hand down the back of your left leg. Reach the right arm up to the sky. So reverse warrior. But notice here how your left hand is acting as support. When we move quicker, we're not going to rest the hand down. Come forwards to side angle. So your right elbow rests to the right thigh. Left arm sweeps up and over. And again, your right forearm here is your crutch. But we're not going to use that as we start to move. I've got the hair. For those concerned, I know that was a little bit gross, sorry. Bring it back to reverse warrior. So left hand isn't going to rest this time. It's just going to stay in space. Reach the right arm back. Come forwards. Pretend the right elbow is resting. Left arm over. Go back without the supports. Come forwards without the rest. Take one more round, arch back. And come forwards. Take both hands down to the floor and then walk them to the long side of the yoga mat. Turn your right toes in. So we have a forward fold, legs out wide. Heels can stick out a little, toes can come in. Hands beneath the face. Now you might need to bend the knees, you might need to widen the feet. I want you to be able to plant the hands down. So what's important is that you can push into the hands. So if that means you need to bend the knees, so you come down lower, then that's absolutely fine. So hands are pushing down, arms are straight. Bring your shoulders forwards over the wrists. And you'll notice more weight, more pressure comes down through the hands. Now, let the head relax forward so the back of the neck is long. Push down into the hands and feel the back of the shoulders lift. So push into the hands, lengthen the arms. So we're just getting used to pushing more weight through the hands. The more you can send the shoulders forwards, the more weight you'll feel through the shoulders and through the upper abdominals as well. Take a breath here. And exhale. 2 more. If you want to, rise onto your tiptoes so you're not on the whole of the foot. And then slowly let that come down. Roll your body all the way up. That's thinking about being able to work into slow presses up, which I know is quite ahead of where we practice normally, but it's just a good thing to think about. Bend into the right knee, open the arms out wide. Take a nice big breath in. And a big breath out. Windmill both hands down to the top of the yoga mat and turn onto the ball of your back foot. From here, think about the transition. Your right foot's going back and there's a side plank facing the right side of the room. So reach your right arm up to the sky. If you need to rest the left knee, that's absolutely fine. Push down into the left arm. Breathe in here and breathe out. One more breath. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Downward facing dog. In breath and out breath. Now in your downward facing dog, hands are pushing into the floor. I'm going to ask you to bend the elbows, but before you do it, you're not bending the elbows and taking them to the outside of the room. If I could demonstrate forwards, we're not going this way, trying to bend them back. So not out to the side. Can you lower the elbows to the floor almost? So it just needs to be a little bend. And I'll tell you 1 or 2 inches of a bend and you'll feel the work. You're going to bend and just hold it here. So just bending the knees and holding that work in the arms. And then straighten them back out. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Reach your left leg up to the sky. Bend the left knee, open the left hip. Lift that left knee to the sky. Push into the right foot, push into both hands. And then pull the left knee into the chest, high lunge, step forwards, arms lift up. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Take one more inhale. Exhale, open to warrior 2. So we'll take our first round slowly and using the crutch of our hand. So you can let the right arm rest down the right leg. Let the left arm lift up and open. And then allow the body to pour forwards. Left elbow rests. Right arm up and over. Okay, now without placing the hand or the elbow down. So lift up, arch back, just stretch the right fingertips into space. Bring it forwards. Imagine you're resting the elbow down, but in fact, you're using the strength of the upper body to hold yourself. Bring it up, arch back. Bring it forwards. Imagine there's a rest. 2 more, up and back. And forwards, imagine the rest. Last one. And this time you can just windmill the hands all the way down. Turn on the ball of the back foot. And we're stepping into a side plank facing the left. So if you need to break it down and you want to rest the right knee first, that's fine. Your left leg is going to the back of the mat. Left arm reaches up. Or if you're into a side plank, maybe both legs are straight. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Both hands to the floor. Rest the knees down. Sit the hips back to the heels. Take the hands to the side of the head. So just the fingertips to the side of the head. If it's not comfortable to kneel, I know that's quite a close position. Sit with the legs crossed. Breathe in, nice and tall. Breathe out, rotate the spine to the right. Breathe in, back to center. Breathe out, take it to the left. Breathe into center. And breathe out, take it to the right. Breathe into center. And breathe out, take it to the left. Okay, come back to center. Take both hands to the top of the mat. We're going to practice a crow, but I'm going to give you an option if you don't want to go all the way up and balance. So you can all come to the first stage. Come into downward facing dog. And just glance. Make sure that your hands are grounding down. All 10 fingertips are pushing into the floor. And then walk your feet in until you have a triangle from both feet touching to the hands. So you have this triangle shape. Now bring the shoulders forwards like we did in that wide forward fold. So we're not back here with the shoulders. I don't know if you're watching or practicing, but we're not back, we're forward. So we come onto the tiptoes. Bend the elbows, touch your knees to your triceps, and then rock the weight forward. So my toes are still touching the floor, but the majority of the weight is down through my knees into the hands. And then maybe the toes lift, but maybe they don't. Maybe you just practice taking that weight into the triceps and into the hands. You can come in and out as many times as you like. Or if you're holding, take 3 more breaths. And then we'll all have a seat. Give the hands a shake out. It's the balances and all that kind of stuff is really not an essential part of the practice, but it is fun to challenge yourself and see what you're capable of. So place the feet about hip width apart and just have the toes touching the floor. So just the toes, not the whole foot. Reach the arms out and roll the body back down about halfway between upright and lead down. Then I'm going to twist so I can see you. Now from here, hands facing one another. Keep the body still if you can. Pull the waist in. Breathe in, take the arms out. Exhale, bring them back together. Breathe in and out. 3 more times. Pull the belly in. So really try and draw navel to spine. Last one. And bring it back. Plant the feet down. So you're now more stable through the feet. Turn the hands so the palms face down. Roll back a little further. Take the right arm back. And bring the right arm down. Take the left arm back. Bring the left arm down. 2 more each side. So what I want you to feel is that when you take the arm back, the abdominals hold on. And then you bring it back. Take it up. The abdominals and the front of the chest holds on. And you bring it down. Last one. And lower. Last one. And lower. Roll down to the floor. Stretch the arms overhead. So enjoy a good stretch. If you want to, you can kick your legs out as well. Stretch the arms back, point the toes. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. All the way in and all the way out. And then take the hands to the back of the head. Walk the feet in. Lift the head, neck, shoulders off the floor. Lift the feet off the floor. Heels together, toes out. So I've got a V shape between my feet. Pull your knees to your elbows. Tailbone will lift. Kick the legs away. Straighten and squeeze the legs together. Heels don't separate at any point. So bend the knees, diamond shape. Knees come to the elbows. Tailbone lifts. Kick the legs away. Straighten them out. Knees to elbows. And kick away. 3. And kick. 2. And kick. Last one. And kick. Bring both knees to the chest. Hug the knees in. Just give a little rock from side to side. Take a breath. And exhale. Straighten both legs up to the sky. When I say straighten, if there's a little bend because of tension in the hamstrings, that's fine. Hold the legs there together. And then you're going to take the arms down by the side and out a little. So not quite in by the side, but just out. So you feel a bit more space. You're a bit more grounded. Take the feet down away from you, maybe a foot or maybe just 2 or 3 inches. Take them out to the right side of the room, still keeping the legs touching together. Bring them back up and continue that circle, drawing over to the left. So about the size of a dinner plate or a beach ball. Squeeze the legs together. Control through the low abdominals. Control through the inner thighs. Going for 3. Coming back round for 2. Try and relax the head. Close the eyes if that helps. For 1. Pause at the top. 5 in the opposite direction. With time, these circles might get bigger. You might feel that you have more control. Your hips are going to lift. That's okay. The exercise isn't to keep the hips down to the floor. The exercise is the control that's required through the spine, through the lowest abdominals. 2. And 1. Back to the center. Stretch your right leg away. Take it as far down as you can without dropping the foot. Bring the right leg back up. We're going really slow. Point the left toes. Take the left leg down and away. Really slow. And bring it back up. 2 more each side. So lengthen that right leg as you stretch away really long. And then lift it back up. Take the left leg away, really lengthen. And bring it back. Once more to the right. And then your final one to the left. Bring it back. Hug both knees into the chest. Give a rock from side to side. And whilst we're here, we're going to go one last exercise. So hands to the back of the head. Elbows are out wide. Take the knees so they're in a tabletop position. So they're above the hips. And this is going to be a short static exercise. So hold the knees there. Just notice how much easier it is. If you bring them forwards 2 inches, you hardly feel anything. Take them back 2 inches. Now take them away 1 more inch. Really feel that through the waist. Lift your head, neck, shoulders. And all we're doing is holding here for 10. Maybe take the knees further away for 9. 8. Pull the waist in. Breathe. 6. 5. Maybe knees away. 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant the feet down. Rest the arms down by the side. Drive your hips up to the sky to open through the chest, to open through the hips. Push down into the heels. Take a big breath. And exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. Slowly roll all the way down through the hips. Let the arms fall out to the sides of the room. Sway your knees from side to side, both ways. Release through the waist, rolling through the hips. 2 big breaths in and out. Breathe in and out. Next time the knees fall over to the left or the right, just leave them there. Whichever way the knees have gone, bring your opposite arm over, push it to the floor in front of you, and bring yourself up to a seat. Cross the legs, sit nice and tall. Take both hands out to the side, fingers touch the floor. Reach your head over to the right, stretch the left side of the neck, and then lift the left arm off the ground and reach even further away. Feel that go into the biceps, stretch it further away. Open. What I don't want is glance your eyes open whilst you're here. This wants to be a long downward slide. So long downward slide down to the shoulder, not a downward slide with a lip at the end. Do you see what I mean? I just saw you drop your shoulder, Hannah. So it's easy to let it hunch up, really pull. Imagine someone's pulling your arm and you're stretching that shoulder away. Okay, then come back to center. Notice the difference to each side. And then head over to the left, right arm away. Reach the right arm into space. So our shoulders aren't meant to sit higher than our neck. Does that make sense? So think of the little dip you've got where the two collarbones meet in the middle, this little groove. When you go outwards from that space, I want you to come to the shoulder. I don't want you to go up to the shoulder. Imagine like really kind of vintage fashion, like shoulder padded outfits that go up. That's not what we want. We want the opposite. We want the shoulder to settle down. So there's space here in the side of the neck, if that makes sense. Okay, take both arms out. The reverse of the way we started. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands down into prayer heart center. 4 more times, out to the side, breathe in and lift. Exhale, down and in. Inhale, up and out. Exhale, down and in. 2 more. Last one. Bow the chin into the chest. Thank yourself for coming to practice today.